Welcome to the Ogre's Forge. In our last video, we did a video on the care and maintenance of your knife. This one, we're going to talk about the care and maintenance of your sheath. As sheaths leave the Ogre's Forge, they leave in one of two ways, either a leather sheath or a Kydex sheath. And I'll talk about Kydex at the end of the video. The leather sheath comes already oiled with a nice finish on it. Whatever color you prefer, doesn't matter. Get any color, doesn't matter. It doesn't change the treatment of your sheath. You can see these two sheaths right here. A little battered and old. This was my son's sheath. Used in the last video. Looks pretty good. Now, we treat our sheaths with two materials, or two compounds. One is saddle soap. You can see saddle soap is a paste type material. You have to rub it into the leather. The other is a oil. This is neat's foot oil, fairly viscous. And both of them are good for the sheaths. It doesn't matter one over the other. The oil actually penetrates further into the sheath, but the saddle soap is easier to work with. So to use them, all you have to do is take, for the neat's foot compound, or neat's foot oil, just take yourself a sponge, get a little oil on it, knock off the excess, and just rub it down. You can see it brings out the color a little bit more, brightens it up, and this will soak in and penetrate the leather and make it look really nice. For the saddle soap, just get yourself a rag, get some on your rag. And for all you old military fellas, go ahead and rub it into your sheath just like you used to polish your boots. And you can see already it brightens up the color a little bit, cleans it, takes all those scuff marks out. Don't worry about the white, that's just the buildup of it, of the paste. You just keep rubbing it in there, it'll soak into the leather. You see it's already making it look better. Now you can pick up both of these materials at online at Amazon, or if you have a Tandy Leather close to you, you can pick it up at Tandy Leather. If you're going to go with the neat's foot compound, or neat's foot oil, go with the neat's foot compound. Add some added detergents and oils in it. They'll help penetrate your leather better. They also have smaller containers for them, because you obviously don't need this much of either one of these. Now our leather that we use is just a vegetable tan leather. You see it's fairly thick. It's the same leather they use for saddles. When I worked out west, I worked on some saddles that were over 100 years old. And if you treat your leather well, keep it oiled, these sheaths will last you at least that long. Now, how often should you treat your sheath? If you live in a drier climate, I would treat it just once a year. Just give it a good coat, good once over, or each time you get it wet. Once it's wet, go ahead and let it dry out, and then treat your leather. If you live in a more wet climate, like down south, especially in the deep south, where it's very humid, you're going to want to treat your leather about quarterly, because once that moisture gets into the leather, it'll actually cause the leather to rot, and that's something you want to avoid. Keep your leather treated well, and it'll last you 100 years. Kydex is the other material that we use, but Kydex is made of plastic, or Kydex is plastic, and by its very nature, when you put metal against plastic, it'll cause condensation to build up. And as we know, moisture is not good for steel. When you get a Kydex sheath, you really don't have to do anything with the Kydex. Just take it and clean it out, clean the inside of it out periodically, because it will collect dirt, and that dirt becomes abrasive and will wear on your knife. Most makers, when they use Kydex sheaths, will actually coat the knives with some type of coating that protects it, or they'll use a stainless steel knife, or stainless steel in the knife blade. But stainless steel does not mean that it is rust proof, it just means it's rust resistant. And it oxidize immediately upon contact with an acidic or a salty material. So if you have a Kydex sheath, pay attention to your knife more than the sheath. Just give your sheath a good washing periodically to get the dirt out of it. As the dirt builds up inside the sheath, it'll become abrasive and it'll start to wear that coating away. And as you look at those wear spots on your coating on your knife, pay attention to those spots. Make sure that you keep those spots oiled or have it be coated. Otherwise, those are the areas you'll start to see rust in your blade. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.